Hello everyone, Fox here, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today, I'll be showing you how to create an industrial cocoa bean farm for Bedrock Edition. In my survival series, I just built a 5x5 version of this farm. Now what you're looking at right here is a 15x6, and if you really wanted to, you could possibly extend this even longer just using some repeaters, and then of course you can make this even smaller. But let me go ahead and show you how this farm works. So we have all of our cocoa beans right here fully grown, and all we need to do is come down to this button right here, press it. That's going to shift all of our wood up and then push it back down. And as you can see right here, all of our cocoa beans go down into the chest. For today's tutorial, we will be building a slightly smaller version of what you just saw. Now, for the size of this, you will need roughly a 12x8 area. So what we're going to do for this farm is going to go 8 blocks in length, and then we're going to keep the 6 blocks in height. So again, this is roughly a 12x8 area, and then you'll also need about 8 blocks in height. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our resources for today's build. And there you go, there are all the supplies you'll need for today's build. Now if you want to pause the video, go ahead and do that, grab those supplies, and then we'll jump right into the build. And just to note, this is a dropper, not a dispenser. To start things off, what you want to do is create an 8x4 area just like you see right here. So come 1 block back and then leave 2 blocks on each side just like you see. And then we want to create an 8x4 area that is 1 block deep. And what we're going to do is set up our pistons, our collection system, and then our water sources. So after you have that all dug out, grab your pistons. We want to come to the back here and place your 8 pistons facing up just like this. Now for the collection system, on this side, go ahead and knock these 4 blocks out here. And go ahead and knock this block out. Like I said, it's roughly a 12x8 area. Go ahead and knock this down 2 blocks. And then we want to place a double chest right down there. And then on this side, go ahead and knock these 3 blocks out as well. Grab your hopper, crouch place your hopper into the chest, and then crouch place your hoppers into the back of the other hoppers in front of them. Now grab your staircase and put 3 across like that so items can still go down into the hopper. And on this side, what we want to do is place another stair upside down like that so we can access our chest. Now that we have that set up, go ahead and grab your bucket of water, come to this corner, put 1 down. And I should have told you to bring 2 buckets. You will need 2 buckets. Come to this corner, place it right there, and that will create a water source in the middle. And there we go, there is our foundation set with our pistons, water source, and collection system. Now what we want to do is finish the frame for our farm. So to do that, we want to come 1 block in front of our piston to right here and come 7 blocks up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come up 7 blocks right next to it, and then we want to repeat the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Run this 7 up as well. From here, what we want to do is grab our stair block and place it upside down and run it all the way to the other side. Just like that. Now go ahead and grab your blocks once again, and then run a row of blocks all the way across the top. And there we go, there is the frame all set up. And now it's time to put in our top row of pistons and place in our wood. So go ahead and grab your pistons. What we want to do is come to the top block here that we placed, and then just place 8 pistons facing down like this. Now go ahead and grab your wood. I'm going to do the first row and then jump ahead, just so you can see what this is going to look like. Right on top of the piston here, go ahead and place your first block of wood. And then come up 5 more. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is how it should look. 6 blocks of wood coming up with a gap between your top block of wood and the piston. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish this and then I'll catch up with you. Once you've placed in all of your wood, it should look exactly like this. Now it's time for us to do some redstone. For the redstone, go ahead and come back to the front of your farm, grab your button, and then we want to come to this block right here on the end and place your button down right there. Now grab your dropper, come right behind it. We want to place our dropper facing in this direction. Get your hopper, crouch place the hopper into your dropper, and then we want to throw 1 item inside. From there, we want to run a comparator out from our hopper, so place that right there. And then we want to go ahead and place an observer, reading that comparator just like that. Now go ahead and put a block right behind the observer, get your redstone, and then just line up the back like this. And what this is going to do is give us a 1-tick pulse, which is going to be read by the comparator, and then that's going to be picked up by the observer, which is then going to power our redstone, which is then going to push our pistons upwards. Now, in order for the pistons to push back down up top, we need to set up our observer piston circuit, so let's go ahead and do that. To create our observer piston circuit, what we want to do is come to this gap right here, come one block over and place our observer right there. So that way when the wood pushes up, it'll be detected by the observer, and then it will power all these pistons to push them back down. So from there, go ahead and place a block right behind the observer, and then we want to create a 2x3 area just like this, and then we want to come one block up right here and run these blocks all the way down to the end of our piston line. Now go ahead, grab a repeater, run it into this block right here, and then we want to run a repeater into that repeater and set that to 2 ticks. And then all we do is line this up with redstone and come up top and line all this up with redstone as well. Now obviously if you're making a bigger version of this farm, you would just keep running your redstone line down, and then if your farm is smaller than this, your redstone line won't be as long, but this circuit right here will stay the same. Now that we have everything all wired up in the back, we can go ahead and test this thing out. So we go ahead and press our button just like this. And there we go, everything works perfectly. Let's give it another test. And there we go, everything's all set. Now the only thing left to do is to place in our cocoa beans. And once your cocoa beans have fully grown, all we have to do is press this button to harvest them, just like you saw in the beginning of the video. So let's go ahead and press it. Our cocoa beans are harvested. The majority of them will go into the water. You can see we dropped just one right there, but they are going down into the water stream and making their way into the chest. Now, with that being said, this is the end of our tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.